Thank you so much for
Wow.
being here, Kevin.
Thank you.
Kevin.
They're saying Kevinho. Kevinho is like little Kevin. It's our nickname.
Yeah. Did you ever expect such a passionate welcome in Brazil?
I've always heard this was the best Comic-Con in the whole world, and now I know for a fact that it is definitely the best Comic-Con in the world. It's incredible. It's remarkable.
Yes, it's amazing. Thank you so much again for being here. And how was the panel? How was the feeling?
It was amazing. It was almost as amazing as all of you out here, actually, but it was incredible. The energy in there was awesome. And we showed some clips from Eternals, which nobody's seen before. We just brought right with us, and a new clip from Black Widow, and it was amazing. The energy was incredible. Incredible.
Oh, that's so awesome.
I was there in the panel. It was just mind-blowing. I mean, we got to see these scenes from the Eternals, and it looks really, actually epic. I mean, it's a foundation of a new mythology. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Well, you know, after Endgame, did you guys see Endgame out here? Did anybody see Avengers Endgame? Oh, good. Okay. We wanted to do something different. The MCU is all about growing and evolving, and you look at the amazing work that the artists and the writers and Stan Lee and Jack Kirby and everybody's done over almost 80 years in the comics. There's so many more stories to tell. And Jack Kirby created these characters, the Eternals, that is an epic that spans 7,000 years of human history, has cosmic connotations, changes everything we know about the MCU, and that is what we wanted to do along with Black Widow for the beginning of Phase 4, to announce something totally new, totally different, as we keep going to new places.
And you said that the movie is going to pass along this 7,000 years.
The movie, yes, it's slightly ambitious and takes place over 7,000 years, from present day to Mesopotamia to all sorts of locations and time periods, and really feels like nothing we've done before. And I'm glad that Brazil got that first look anywhere of that footage.
I mean, even the cinematography looks different from the other Marvel movies.
It's beautiful. Our director, Chloe Zhao, is brilliant, has brought a new... She is two things. She's a giant fan of the MCU, a giant fan of cinema, and is an incredible filmmaker who has brought a new look and a new vision to the MCU.
And in this new phase of the MCU, the idea is to all these movies to walk in the same direction like before, like we will have a new Thanos sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, the MCU is all interconnected, but we really focus on one movie at a time. We're going to make the best Black Widow movie we can possibly make, the best Eternals movie we can make, the next Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange, Thor, Captain Marvel, Black Panther, right? And keep evolving their stories. And then, yes, it's always fun to see them come together in a master plan, which is, I promise you, well underway.
And the Eternals know about the existence of the Avengers, and
the Eternals know about the existence of the Avengers. The Avengers don't know much about the Eternals yet.
Are we going to see the return of the Celestials? Because it's really connected to the story of Eternals.
Celestials are a big part of it. You've seen a little bit of Celestials in Guardians of the Galaxy. Nowhere is the severed head of a Celestial. We will see the Celestials in their full, true, enormous power in Eternals, yes.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry, I'm a little excited because I'm so happy because we showed this clip, this trailer in Brazil for the first time for our com. And about the Eternals, they are gonna be deviants too in this movie because we have deviants.
Deviants, yes. Deviants are in the film. The deviants in the Eternals, in the Jack Kirby mythology, in the comic book mythology, were both extremely important plans of the Celestials. And we will see Eternals that look very different than we'll see deviants that will look unlike any deviants you've seen in the comics. This is a new form of deviants that we're revealing in the movie.
Are they connected to Thanos?
Thanos in the comics was an Eternal on Titan. There may be connections, but really this is about introducing those 10 new characters that are played by an incredibly eclectic, amazing group of actors that we're focusing on.
Nice.
That's awesome. And then would you like to talk about the importance of this cast of the Eternals? Because we have a Latino woman, we have a deaf actor that don't
Yes,
hear.
Lauren Ridloff, yeah.
Yes, and so different cast. Can you talk about that?
Well, I mean, it's important to us. The comics have done an amazing job of it, and over the course of our movies, we keep trying to do a better and better job of making our movies look like the world and the fans who goes to see the movies. To look like everybody, to see people can see themselves up on that screen as these heroes, and Eternals is a tremendous example of that when you look at those 10 powerful heroes that look like all sorts of different people around the world. I want everyone in a theater to be able to see themselves in some form or another as the heroes in our movies. That's the fun, that's the wish fulfillment of what the Marvel Cinematic Universe is all about.
The Eternals is not as well known by the audience, but as well as Iron Man and Guardians of the Galaxy were. So what's the secret to introduce these kind of characters to a major audience?
I'll let you in on a secret. You just got to make a great movie. You just have to work very hard to make a great movie. And yes, you're right. People did not know Iron Man. I think some of you might have known Iron Man. People at the biggest pop culture festival in the world knew Iron Man before we made the movie. But most of the movie-going audience of the world didn't. Or Captain America, or Thor, or the Avengers. Guardians of the Galaxy, they said, "What are you talking about? A tree and a raccoon in space?" And we went, "Yeah. We think it's going to be fun." So that's great, and that's what we want to keep doing. After having the success of Endgame, keep taking risks and trying something like this Black Widow movie that focuses on entirely new characters with her past, who are played by the amazing Florence Pugh and David Harbour and Rachel Weisz. It's incredible to bring the Eternals, a very ambitious big movie. Many people haven't heard of it, but what's so fun is the support from Marvel Studios is so big. People, I think, are excited to come and see what we have in store.
And with the Disney Plus series, the idea is to try experiment with new languages, visual languages.
I've been at Marvel for almost 20 years. I know I look really young. Not really, but I've been here for almost 20 years. And being able to build the MCU and build a 23-movie Infinity Saga was great. And after Endgame, thinking, what can we do next? Eternals, Shang-Chi, Black Widow, these things. But Disney Plus, which is coming to Brazil later next year, is going to give us this opportunity to tell even deeper stories on characters that you already know and love, like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, like WandaVision, like Loki, in a new type of cinematic way that we haven't done before. We've already started shooting 2 of them, and they're very, very special. And it will all, for the first time, interlink. So the MCU will be on your TV screen at home on Disney Plus and interconnect with the movies and then go back and forth. It's exciting to expand the MCU to even bigger and better heights.
People went crazy right there at the auditorium when you showed a picture, just a picture of WandaVision. And in my mind, it was like, oh my God, it's Madman with superheroes. That's amazing. And I assume that Wanda's powers are going to develop, maybe, to create this new reality. And in the comics, Wanda has such a rich variety of powers connected to the mutants, and I wanted to know...
Having the opportunity to tell more of their story and to see more of what Wanda can do, more of what makes Vision, Vision, and most importantly, reveal a name that I'm not even sure we've said in the MCU yet, but we absolutely make a big deal of in the show, which is that Wanda is, in fact, the Scarlet Witch. And what does that mean, that she is the Scarlet Witch? And that's what we play into in this show in ways that are entirely fun, entirely funny, somewhat scary, and will have repercussions for the entire future Phase 4 of the MCU.
Are we going to drink in this fountain, rich fountain of Tom King's run on Vision for the series or not?
Of what?
This, are we going to reference Tom King's Vision comic book?
The comic book, partially, yes. There were some beautiful covers to that with him in the suburbs, which had a lot of inspiration. If you know that comic, you might meet Sparky the dog at a certain point in the series. But it's only just inspired by that series, but goes into a different direction based on where we are after Endgame with the MCU.
And WandaVision is connected to Doctor Strange film.
Yes, Wanda Maximoff will go from the WandaVision series into Doctor Strange.
And Does the multiverse is kind of the future and the way you can connect maybe other franchises
Well,
that were not
there's
at
just
Marvel?
there's so much fun to be had with the multiverse. I've loved it. You know, when we first started the MCU, it was all about Tony Stark, introduce the world to Tony Stark, to that Iron Man armor, then teach people what Asgardians were, then learn about super soldiers, then bring them together in Avengers. Now, and get to space. I've always loved space movies. I've always loved having big intergalactic tales, which is why we did Guardians. And the audience came with us so that we could do a movie like Endgame. Then I always wanted to do time travel, which we finally got to do in Endgame. The multiverse is the next step in the evolution of the MCU, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is going to crack it wide open in ways that will have repercussions for a Disney Plus series just before it, that's not WandaVision, and for movies just after it, in a big fun way that just, again, the richness of the Marvel mythology from the comic books is so amazing, and that you as our fans and the fans of the MCU telling us we want to see more, we want to go to new places, we want to see new things, has made us be bold enough to go crazy with the multiverse.
That's so awesome. I just want to ask about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier 2. How is the pressure to Sam Wilson to take the shield of Captain America? How he's going to deal with this pressure?
Well, that's what the whole show's about. I mean, we saw Old Man Cap hand that shield to Sam Wilson at the end of that movie. And the question is, what did he do with it next? What does it mean for Sam Wilson in that shield? That's a big responsibility. And that's very much of what the show is focuses on and is about.
Thank you so much, Kevin. We could talk to you all day.
Is that it? Thank you so
every
much.
Week. We will
Thank
love
you,
that.
everyone.
It's an
This
honor
is incredible. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so proud to be here. Thank you so much. You're amazing.
You're
Amazing.
welcome to come
Thank
back.
you.
You're
Thank
welcome
you
to
very
come
much.
back whenever you
please
want.
come back.
I can't wait to. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Daqui a pouco a gente volta.